Thank you for joining me today. I had the pleasure of recently sitting down with Jennifer Ahde, a real estate lawyer with Arbique and Ahde, a small lawyer firm in Ottawa. We wanted to educate our clients on the fastest growing trend in Ottawa right now, which is condominiums. I wanted to show to my clients, and her clients as well, what some of the differences are between freehold homes and condominiums. So thank you very much, and I hope you enjoy.
Hi everybody, thanks for watching our video today. My goal today is to cover some of the considerations that I think that you should make if you're considering purchasing a condominium. This includes the legal aspects of purchasing a condominium and how a lawyer is going to be able to help you in that process, as well as your real estate agent. It's a really broad topic and not something that will be easily covered in 5 minutes, but we'll try to give you a taste of the important elements that you'll need to consider throughout the process. To begin with, the ownership of a condominium is different than the ownership of a freehold. You'll need to keep in mind that you will have individual ownership of your dwelling unit, as well as possibly individual ownership of your storage and your parking spot. However, you will also have shared ownership of the common elements. Understanding this distinction is going to be important to your satisfaction as a condominium owner. You're going to be paying common fees, common expenses, you're going to have to abide by the rules and regulations of a condominium, and you're going to have to live by the decisions of the board and the management company. You do get a vote, and you will have the opportunity to voice your concerns. However, remember, you're only one vote. And regardless, your common expenses are going to be earmarked by the board to cover things such as maintenance fees, management costs, landscaping, snow removal, water expenses, different elements like that. You're going to want to be informed about these to be a satisfied owner. Now, how are you going to find out this information that you need to know? That happens through the status certificate. The status certificate is a document that will be ordered by your lawyer. Now, you are going to want to make sure that your real estate agent includes a condition in the agreement of purchase and sale, allowing your lawyer the time necessary to order the status certificate and review the status certificate. Now, by law, the condominium management company or the board has up to 10 days to deliver the status certificate to the lawyer once it has been ordered. You'll want to make sure that your agent is aware of this law so that the status condition in the agreement of purchase and sale is accurately drafted to allow the lawyer the necessary time. Now, in reviewing the status certificate, the lawyer is going to be able to determine what fees you will be paying, what those fees cover. They're also going to be able to ensure that there is a sound financial structure behind your investment. Now, what they will see are things like the budget, the results of the most recent reserve fund study, bylaws, rules, regulations, all the kinds of things that might be important to you as a potential owner. Now, when it comes to the use of the unit and the things that the lawyer can find out for you, there may be archaic rules in place, there may be items of concern to you as to, or that may affect your lifestyle or use of the unit. For example, there are condominiums within the city of Ottawa and other places around the province where you are only allowed to subsequently rent the unit to a single family. Now, the definition of a single family may limit your ability to rent that unit to 4 university students. If that is your intention going in, you may be unhappy to find out after the deal has closed that you can't rent the way you intended. As a result, it's important for the lawyer to know what your intentions are with that unit. If you plan on doing major renovations or you plan on using it as a rental property, be open with your lawyer about these facts so that their review of the status certificate can take your individual circumstances into account. Now, if there is a problem, that's the opportunity when you may be able to walk away from the deal, as there is still the status condition remaining on the agreement of purchase and sale. Now, the next topic that I want to cover with you is the risks associated with condominium ownership. And in particular, the risk of a special assessment. Now, a special assessment can occur when there is an insufficient balance within the reserve fund. Now, some condominiums may be more prone to a special assessment than others, either as a result of the age of the building, the management of the building, the construction of the building. Nonetheless, every condominium owner faces that potential risk. Now, a special assessment could arise if repairs are necessary that the reserve fund cannot afford to fund. Either the repairs are too large or have become necessary prior to the time that the fund has the money required. Now, what you need to keep in mind is that a special assessment, always being a risk to you as the condominium owner, could be small or could be large. You could be looking at a one-time $500 payment, and each of the owners may have to make that payment in order to fund some necessary repairs that weren't accounted for. Or you could be looking at a very major payment of $10,000 divided over the course of a year possibly, or even more. Now, like I say, it's not to scare somebody away from condominium ownership. It's important to understand the risks associated with this type of ownership, and this is the reason why the lawyer's review of the status certificate is of the utmost importance, so they can look at the details of the financial structure and where the reserve fund is at for the particular building you are looking at. Now, finally, the last topic that I want to cover is the purchase of a condominium from a developer. When you are purchasing from a developer, also known as a builder, you will likely be faced with something called interim occupancy. Now, interim occupancy means that you will have to take possession of the unit and begin occupying it, despite the fact that title cannot yet be transferred to your name. Now, this means that your unit is ready for you to live in, but the condominium corporation itself does not yet exist. Now, this has to do with the development process, and it's something I could speak to you with in more detail. However, what you need to know about that interim occupancy period is that, first, like I said, you need to take occupancy. You also need to pay an occupancy fee during that period of time, which could be as short as 1 month, it could be as long as 6 months, it could be longer. Now, that occupancy fee is intended to cover such things as your portion of the maintenance costs, your portion of the property tax, your portion of utilities, interest on outstanding balance of the purchase price. Now, like I say, during that interim occupancy, as a reminder, you don't own the property. That also means that you don't yet have your mortgage, because you can't have your mortgage until title is transferred. So you pay the occupancy fee, and at the final closing, once the condominium has been declared, your lawyer will finalize the transaction, register your name on title, secure the title, or secure the mortgage on title, and deliver the balance of funds coming from the mortgage to the builder. Now that is when, like I say, you become the registered owner. It's a two-step process. Keep that in mind. Don't hesitate to call me if you have questions about what that means and how it works. Understanding as well that the dates, deadlines, and timelines of an interim occupancy and a final closing can't be predicted in advance. Now, all of this to say, condominium ownership is an exciting thing, it's a happening thing, it's common, it's not to be feared, but as an informed buyer, you're going to be in a better position to choose the condo that's right for you. Now, to sum up what we went over, make sure that the status certificate is reviewed by your lawyer and that the condition is in the agreement in order to allow the time for that. Ensure that you're going to be able to use the unit the way you desire and that there's no restrictions in the bylaws or the regulations or rules of the condominium that will prohibit your desired use. Third, make sure that you understand the risks of a special assessment and that you know that that's what comes with condominium ownership. And finally, expect an interim occupancy closing if indeed you are buying a new condo from a builder or developer. I appreciate your time. Thanks for listening.
I hope you enjoyed what Jennifer had to say, and of course, if you need any other information, her contact information is below as well. You can send me an email or contact me at any single time. Thank you very much. Have a great day.